So, with the recent release of another Souls game in Elden Ring, as well as a brand new addition to the Borderlands series in Tiny Tina's Wonderland, two games of franchises that have always produced extremely high quality games that have both generated a massive cult following around their unique styles and gameplay. However, neither franchise has ever seen such high media attention on platforms like Twitch or YouTube. And that got me thinking, why are these massive franchises just now getting the praise that they deserve? And what caused it? Did they add a new feature? Did they add some really high profile actor or actress? Well, to put it simply, these games did nothing different. I mean, sure, there are new classes and new weapons and a few new mechanics in both, but the games themselves didn't change. The games have done what their respective franchises have always done. They released a full, high quality game with little to no bugs or glitches at launch. In other words, they did their job. They made sure that the game they released was the game they promised, which is something that a lot of us have become numb to. You see, for years, gaming companies have slowly been taking minuscule features out of their game that, although aren't necessary features that are required for the game to function, they're features that add little bits of satisfaction and give players certain goals in the game to achieve. Things like skins, or new weapons, new dances, and every other cosmetic you can name have slowly been getting taken away and being put behind paywalls because these companies know you are going to give them that money. We all want the new Call of Duty or Battlefront, Halo, you name it. We all crave these game franchises that have been around for years. And we've all continued to wonder why these games feel like they get a little worse every year. See, things like pre-order bonuses and in-game cosmetics have given these companies a way to get even more money and then just move on. If they make their money before the game's released due to pre-order sales, why would they care? And the answer is they don't, or at least their track record seems to show that. However, games like Borderlands and the Souls series games have always been in a very niche category of games. You see, Souls games are, of course, known for their extreme difficulty, their dark fantasy world where death is around every corner, and the only way out is to learn all the attack patterns of the enemies and to learn how to time your dodges and attacks to succeed. Borderlands made huge strides in the industry with its wild, new creative art style, mixed with great enemies, over-the-top humor, and along with some of, if not the best gunplay in the entire industry. However, it was because of these niches that these games never really got the praise they deserved. You see, these niches were just that. Niches. Extremely hard games and extremely different graphically styled games with different types of gunplay than what you would find in your typical Call of Duty or first-person shooter aren't for everybody. Not everybody's going to be attracted to that. And while other games, new people were just going to line up to pre-order the same game they released just a year ago, Gearbox and From Software didn't have this privilege because of that niche. If their games failed, if their games had too many issues at launch, too many bugs, glitches, hackers, or if the gameplay was just bad in any way, they would probably lose everything. They don't have that safety net of massive fans who are just going to line up and buy the new edition every year. All they really have is their hardcore dedicated fans. And if they left, that would be it. But Due to everyone who has been putting these games on the back burner, these games have slowly been able to accumulate cult following. Over time, the gaming community has noticed that, yeah, these games are great, they're just not for everybody. However, those same people have finally gotten sick of the lies and paywalls and are tired of being expected to pay $60 for a game. And then if you want the actual full game itself, you're going to have to wait a few months and buy another DLC just to be able to get the full experience. So what do? They said, you know what? Let me try out these other games. Let me try out the Souls series or the Borderlands series for the first time, or the first time in maybe a long time. And what they got was what the game said it was. A hardcore RPG where you're going to have to push your skills, or a comedy-filled FPS where goblins in underwear will tell you jokes about dicks, and diamond-plated horses rule the world. Now, I'm not saying that these games don't deserve the massive praise and hype that they have, because they do. It's been a long time coming. Both of these games are solid 10 out of 10s, and every critic that has given them that rating is correct. They're fantastic games. But for years, they've also been torn into for the same reason they're getting praised now, which is their niche styles. And they were told over and over again that if they ever wanted to reach the mainstream, Souls needs to lower their difficulty. Borderlands needs to make their guns normal. They need to turn their comedy into seriousness. They need to be a war game, like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Luckily, they stuck to their games. They amassed their following and stuck to their guns. And while they stuck to their guns and continued to produce high-quality games, everyone else slowly became more greedy and only cared about the profit and not about the players who support the games that have now slowly lost their hype. And people have just been waiting for what should have been there the whole time, which is games with a great single-player mode, with stories that grasp you and keep you interested, with the options to team up with friends and see what havoc you can do to the world. Gamers are just so happy with these games right now for simply doing their job. They make slight improvements from the last installment and add in some new cool features and new cool skins and a nice solid story to follow along to, but this isn't the end yet. We all need to continue to turn away games that want nothing more than to profit off of us after already charging us an arm and a leg. We all need to be able to hold these companies responsible for their lack of passion for the pastime that we're all trying to enjoy. Games have gotten this way because we have slowly allowed these things to happen. This is in our hands. The bare minimum shouldn't be enough. We should be expecting something better. With every release, we should be demanding that we get a slightly better version than what we got last time. We got new technology. We have new actors. We have new software. We shouldn't have to pay out of pocket after already buying the game just to get the game we wanted. We don't need to pay we shouldn't need to pay another $20 in order to bypass the whole game. Those things need to be earned in the game. That used to be the fun part. And again, these games definitely deserve the praise they're getting and are absolutely perfect additions to their franchises. But I think it's sad we all needed all other mainstream franchises to get so bad before we finally realized how good these games are. And it's sad that we are all excited to receive a game that just does what it's supposed to do, which is work. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, remember, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think Borderlands, do you think Tiny Tina's and Elden Ring deserve all the praise and hype? And do you think people are finally starting to get sick of all the paywalls? Let me know down below, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me.